on air, so I can just turn off my. Oh,
Yep, we're on air.
We're on air. It's on. Hello. Welcome to BB19
hello.
Block Talk. I am the guy, aka Stevie Wild, and I've decided I'm making a show talking about Big Brother 19 because the season is going to be lit. But I know you guys don't want to hear just me, so I gathered a panel of Big Brother experts from Zwooper.com, the top reality gaming website on the net. So I'm going to allow you guys the opportunity to introduce yourselves. Say hello to Drake.
Yo, I'm WC Plays on Zwooper, and probably one of the people you probably don't know on Zwooper.
We know you now, man. And next we got Parth.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm PVD. You guys know me. My camera is not on right now because
He's not very known user.
With my webcam, it's kind of like making me inverted. It's not too pleasant. So
we'll just have to imagine that beautiful face, Parth. All right, and finally we got Shoy. Sorry,
hello, guys. It's fine. Everyone does it. Like, it's all right. Hey, guys. I am here at 11 o'clock for some reason, but it's gonna be fun, so I came. Why not?
All right, it's gonna be fun. Let's get started. So, folks, just so you know, we are talking about the premiere event episodes, the first two episodes, and we're doing a cast review. We're not talking about any of the events that have unfolded in the house since after the premiere. So let's get started. First off, we're going to just talk about our overall impressions of the cast. What do you guys think about this season's cast?
Okay, I think this is one, apart from Paul, this is one of the, and I'm not hating on Paul, we'll get to Paul in a bit, but apart from his entrance, I loved the whole cast. Like, genuinely, like, there was I hate some people, but then of course you're going to hate people, but as a cast, I think it's really good.
Yeah, as a general,
I think
it's
really
one of the better casts of Big Brother. I mean, they don't cast like your normal stereotypical people this season that you usually see on Big Brother. Some of the people that casted previously have been casted. I don't see those stereotypes that much in this cast.
yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it's fairly diverse. It's not how it's been in the past few years where there's just a bunch of like 21 to like 26-year-olds, and it's just being like basically the new version of the real world with an actual game being played. But there's actually people who are experienced and they know what's up with the game, and it seems like it'll be a good season. It really seems like the cast knows what they're doing for the most part. I mean, I know there are some that haven't really watched before, but it seems like there's a good mix of people in the cast.
Absolutely. I'm totally in agreement with you guys. It's really exciting to see all the fans pretty much are excited about this cast. They just have a really good energy, and like there's someone in there for everybody to root for. So it's really exciting.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to point out that I noticed about this cast is it really seems like the average age of this season is quite a bit older than seasons we've seen in the past. Usually the house is majority people in their early 20s. And people that age have a lot to bring to the house. They're really spunky. They're really emotional. But this year, the majority of the cast is in their late 20s or in their 30s, which is much older than what I'm used to seeing. And I think that these older players are going to bring maybe more complex strategies. They're going to bring life experiences, and there might be like more sentimental moments. And I think we're going to see some really good gameplay. What do you guys think about the cast being older this year?
I think it's way better because usually the younger cast, they're just there for like the fame or like to get famous. Like the older people, they have more of a like. I prefer the strategic aspect of the game. So when I see a few older people, they tend to play the game more interestingly. So I like that.
Yeah, sure. I definitely agree with you. I think I'm also a big fan of the strategic aspect of the game versus just watching casually. I mean, it's very interesting to me. Like my all-time favorite player is Dan Giesling. So
yes.
It's
Let's clap for that.
it's really important to have that aspect in this game because this is a strategic game. And just in some recent seasons, we haven't seen that level of strategy minus maybe Derek and Big Brother 16. It's just not really been there recently. And I feel like there's a lot of potential for that to come back this season with some of the cast members that we have.
Yeah, I agree. Basically, like the more older someone is, the more experience they have, and that means they can think rationally a lot more than the past seasons where people were thinking irrationally or just tend to sticking to the people who like know what they're doing and not really want to make moves or just do anything that will help their game out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Wow. Let's go into these agreement. Yeah, we're all in agreement, it sounds like.
We're going to change soon, but...
Yep.
Yeah, you never know. You never know who you're about to love to hate, but it always
I can't wait to hear everyone's opinion on individual cast members.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
So why wait? Let's get started. I'm going to share my screen here. And can you guys see our first contestant, Ramses?
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Awesome. So here is our first player, Ramses. So let's see. He's a cosplay artist. He's gay. So he's kind of his archetype this season is he's the gay guy and he's quirky and fun and young. What is your guys' impressions on him?
Can I just say when he was like, I'm a cosplayer, and like Kevin's face was the funniest thing in that whole episode. He was just like, what did he say in the diary? He was like, like, so he just said something, I was just like, oh, so this is brilliant. But like, oh, I love cosplay, and I like the idea of it, so I liked him for that. And then, he's so loud, and like when he, I hate the people who scream a lot. Like when the game's starting or something, I just don't like it. I know that you're excited and that, but it just annoys me. I don't know why. It's just something small that I hate. But like, I feel like he's got a brain. He seems like a fan of the show, so he'll be smart. But he seems like the type of guy that will like get evicted halfway through.
Yeah, he seems smart, and I know he's a fan of the show. He seems very over the top, and usually those types of players, like, they can get to a point and then they can't really get further than that. I mean, if he wants to have a chance to win, I think he needs to know when to like tone it down and really just when he's moving forward in the game, just kind of have that sort of awareness versus just being like that all the time. Because when you're like that all the time, it tends to turn some people off of you, and it's something that can definitely be a negative moving forward. I mean, it's a great part of his personality, but when it comes to this game, you have to kind of cater to everyone around you, and his personality is definitely one that I feel it's something you either love or you hate, because it's like I said, it's very over the top. So it's something that is not going to be something that everyone likes.
Absolutely. Like, having someone over the top is perfect for the viewers, but can you imagine being locked in a house with this guy?
I would go nuts. Like,
I mean,
on the first day, I'd be like, okay, like, we're excited. But then I'd be like, oh no, this guy's gotta go.
I mean, I would enjoy it, but like that also makes him dangerous in a way, because the people who love his personality, they will tend to gravitate and align with him more, and that would make his social game up a lot. And so he could be a threat come later on, and people could see that with the people who don't.
Right, that's a really good point, Drake. And when you think about it, one of the runner-up from last season, that was the game he had. He had the biggest personality in the whole house, and like he was like really lovable, and he knew the game and made smart moves, and he got to the end. So it's definitely possible for Ramses to pull it off.
But that guy never got to play again.
I think that with Paul last season, he really had to change his gameplay. Sorry to interrupt, but he really had to change his gameplay once Victor went home the first time. It was he had to do a big 180 because he was a huge target in the beginning of the game. It was only when he was on the block with Victor, I think, that he realized like, oh, damn, like I have to change. Something has to change here. I can't keep on doing exactly what I'm doing or I'm going to be out the door soon enough. So he kept that over the top personality, but like I was saying earlier, he was able to kind of use it in a way where it was only used when at certain times. He was able to kind of tone it down when he needed to. And that's what I feel about Ramses. If he's able to do that, if he's able to control it, I think he can be a big threat.
Yeah, that makes sense. Can't argue with that. Now, I guess we don't want to spend too much time talking about him, but one thing I wanted to bring up was, like, immediately what he tried to do was, like, form an alliance with kind of, like, the oddballs of the house, who also happen to be all women. And I just think that was such a bad move because he's already alienated himself from all the men in the house. And it's just a bad move because let's say they were successful and evicted all the men, which is very unlikely. Like, Ramsey's going to be the next to go. The girls are not going to take him to the end. So, like, he's just kind of setting himself up for failure. But what's more likely is going to happen is the guys are going to be more scared of Ramsey than they are going to be afraid of the girls. And they're going to take Ramsey out, and then he's gone. And I think that's what's going to happen.
However, if he does...
Yeah, go on.
If he plays his cards right, he may, and if this does turn into a girls versus guys thing, he will be in the middle since he has those connections to the girls and he has those connections to the guys, and somehow you could play both sides really well. However, he may, with his upper personality, I'm afraid he may mess it up if it becomes the girls versus guys thing.
Yeah, if he was able to do that, to play all the women, play all the men, that would be really great. Personally, I don't have a lot of faith in him. I feel like the only person who really did that successfully was, like, what's his name, Andy, and like so many of the gay guys have tried to do that, and like it never works, except for Andy.
And Andy was it was the best of a bad bunch. Let's be honest.
Yeah, totally.
Like, he was just chosen winner. It was actually just like you can win. That's winner by default, to be honest.
Yeah. So we have a rating system on our show where we're going to rate all the players from worst to best. The options are Sucka, Playa, or Bala. So, guys, Ramsey, what is he? Drake, what do you think?
I think he is a player because he isn't like that open type that you would absolutely hate the living guts out of. However, you could also love him, and if he plays his cards right, he can make it far in the game.
Thanks for that. Parth, what do you think?
I'd go with that. I'd say he's a player. I mean, he's been a fan of the season. He knows what he has to do. It's just a matter of executing. And that's where I have a bit of pause in regards to him because I don't know if he'll be able to. If he can, awesome. But I definitely don't think he's a sucker because he has the knowledge in his mind and he knows what he has to do. It's just a matter of doing it.
Absolutely. All right. Shoaib, what do you think?
I agree with Play. I think he has potential, but I just feel I've seen his type of player play before and just it not work. So I think he has the potential, but he's like one of those that just goes halfway through, and it's like one of those he gets caught in the misfire of playing both sides or something like that, and I think he'll just go. And yeah, Player, because I think he has the potential, and he could prove me wrong, but
cool. So we got three. Oh, sorry there.
Yeah.
So we got 3 Suckas and three Playas, and I think he's a sucker. I don't have much faith in him. Sorry, guys.
Really?
But I like his personality, and I'm excited to see him play. So I'm not rooting against him or anything. That's just my prediction that he's a sucker. Okay, next person. Okay.
I'm leaving. No.
Okay, so we're looking at our next player who is a really major player this season, Christmas.
Yes.
Oh, I should have brought my jingle bell.
Ding, ding.
So Christmas is a fitness superstar, and she is super beautiful, super tough. So her kind of character archetype is she's like this really strong chick you don't want to mess with. So what do you guys think about Christmas?
I think she has a lot of potential.
She has potential.
Extreme potential. Like it's not like she's a little older, so she has a lot of experience. She is strong, so she's going to be a physical threat. She's I mean, she's good looking. She's pretty much a whole package in terms of what you want in a player, because she has everything you need. It's just a matter of making all that work in terms of this game. Overall, I think I think she has a great chance, and I think she's going to do really well.
However, there's also the opposite side of that would be that these are super fans of the show, and there's more super fans in the show than there has been in previous seasons, and they know that a strong female like Christmas is dangerous coming into this game. So they may go after her just because she is a strong female and she can play this game really well.
Yeah, there is a good chance for that. Sorry, Shoaib, you can go ahead.
Yeah, she's one of my favorites. Like I thought she'd like win that comp like easily, but she didn't. But I think that she didn't do it on purpose. But I think I feel like she literally could make it all the way, like to the final two, because she seemed like so likable, like in the house. And you know, like when what's his name, Josh, like he confided in her, like, and she only got like 2 votes against her. Was it 2 or 3?
Yeah, it's 2.
It was 2, and like she's such a comp threat. Like you'd expect, like, oh, let's vote her out, easy vote, like easy, and they didn't. Like, and that had to be something they didn't show on air, that she must have made deals and like got people on her side, and like she's one of my favorites, I'd say.
Yeah,
I am really excited to see what she can do.
Yeah, I think Christmas, she's the type of player who, going on what you said, Drake, I mean, there is a good chance that superfans might go after her early. I think she's the type of player, either she goes early or she's going to make it very far. I don't think there's a middle ground there.
I think they should have evicted her the first vote. I'm glad they didn't, but they should. Like, if I was in there, I would have.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, like, as a player standpoint, yeah, she should have gone, but like as a fan standpoint, yeah.
Yeah, I'm so glad they didn't, but they should have. Like, Paul was right, like this.
Yeah, who let the dog? I was super shocked when she voted to have the cast get to vote for who gets evicted, because I'm like,
I was like, what?
Voted out. Like, what is she thinking? And then she didn't get voted out, and I was floored because, like,
again, considering she stayed with the least votes to evict, she must have had like a backup plan or something. Like, that was so.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I hate the editing in like Big Brother and Survivor, because I feel like they haven't shown something to like support people's decisions, and I feel like that was a case of that, her voting that, because she was like, I want to see where people stand with me. So she must have been confident in those people.
Yeah, you know, you've got to be right. Like, she must have had some sort of deal. Like, the only reason you wouldn't vote someone like her out is because you think that she's going to be an asset to you, you know? So I think you're totally right. There's got to be something going on that we didn't necessarily know about.
I'm actually so excited to watch her play, and I hope she does well.
Do you think it's... Or of us, would you guys have voted her out if you were voting that round?
If I was 100%. In the game, I would have definitely voted her out.
It honestly depends, because like she could be a threat at that moment. She could become that type where she's a threat at any point. You can get rid of her at any time.
Right. True. Definitely, you could take that.
I don't even think it's not even the comps that I'm like worried about. Yes, you get comps, but like, she just seems so likable. Like, and you just want that person on. Like Cameron, was it Cameron the one who got? Yeah, he needs a bit of momentum to get going. Like those kind of players. And then Jillian, I'm sorry, like she seems really nice, but she seems like those players that's going to be used as a vote. So like, you would keep her, obviously. And like, Christmas was like the only threat at that point I felt in the game that you would evict. So I was so confused by the vote.
Now, I do think she has one really good thing going for her. Well, like, obviously she has lots of good things going for her, but one thing I wanted to point out was, usually when a strong woman comes into the game, she gets evicted very early. And I think the reason is because the men are all afraid of a strong woman, and the women are all afraid of a strong woman. Some examples of this could be like Devon on her first season getting knocked out straight away. Another season, if you watch Big Brother Canada, was Aika getting knocked out right away. But I think Christmas has something else going for her, that she's so into fitness that I think that she is actually going to be able to relate to the guys. And relate to the girls, and I think she's gonna be able to connect with people and not seem as threatening as strong women in the past have.
I agree.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on Christmas, so I just want a one-word answer from you guys. Is Christmas gonna be a sucker, a player, or a baller? Drake, what do you think? Oh, maybe he left.
says Mike?
Drake's there. I don't see him.
He's AFK.
Parth, what do you think?
Technical difficulties.
I'd say she's a baller.
All right, what do you say,
I
Shorty?
agree. Baller, literally. I hope she does well. I really do.
Yeah, me too. She's
I'm so glad they
definitely a
didn't evict her.
baller. I would have been so sad if she got evicted.
Like, she's like no
Okay.
one that's played before, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Next
Oh,
up, we got
great. No,
Josh.
this guy. I'm leaving.
823.
Bye.
I thought that this dude looked so scary, and when I saw his job was hair care sales, it just made me laugh.
Wait, hair kit? What is that? Oh, okay, no, I got it. Hair products. Right, shut up.
Yeah. So what's your guys' impressions of Josh?
He looks and acts like a bro.
He's if I was in there, I think he would be the person I would hate the most.
I agree.
And then I just feel like him getting emotional, I felt for him. Like, I was like, okay, like, you never, like, that was really cool. But then I don't like Megan, by the way, but like, when he called her out, I was like, what are you
Extremely unnecessary.
doing? Like, he's not made for this game. He's made for, like, I don't even know. Like, he's not made for strategic games. Like, he's not made for board games or anything like that. He should just, I hope he goes ASAP, because I feel like he's wasting a spot. I genuinely do.
I mean,
I feel like he's only there for the purpose of drama, and I don't like that, because I don't like that much drama in my games.
we were talking about over the top with Ramses. If Josh is even more over the top, it's insane. It's like his mindset is the mindset of Devin's. Was he in 16?
Yeah.
Devin, who was that again?
Like he
Devin.
has the same sort of mindset. The baseball.
Oh, the guy who looked like The Rock. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like he
That
has.
was funny though. I like that guy.
But this guy's completely.
This guy's worse. This
top
guy's like the discount
with the same sort of mindset. So it's just even worse. It's just like, yeah, it's entertaining to a point.
Was Devin the guy who made an alliance with everyone?
What's up?
Was Devin the guy who made an alliance with everyone? Was that what he did?
Yes.
That guy was so funny. I loved him. I wish he saw him. Devin was robbed.
And he had like the same sort of thing happen with Brittany in that season, where he
sorry about that.
Where he talked so much crap about her and then ended up sincerely apologizing afterwards. I think it was with Brittany. I forget. But anyway, with Josh, it's just he's horrible. I hate him. I'm really,
I agree.
Yeah, my least favorite.
Probably my least favorite. Yeah.
Okay, Drake, what do you think about this guy, Josh?
Oh, Josh. Like my first impression, like I don't watch the preseason interviews because I don't have the live feeds, so I had to just wait until the season airs and what my first impressions of them on the biographies, and I could already tell that he's gonna be one of those arrogant people.
Absolutely. Seems like we all are having similar impressions of this guy. To me, like, I don't know him, but I would infer that he seems like one of those guys who is like really big and tough on the outside, but on the inside he's actually really insecure, and like he's crying on day 2 about how like nothing is genuine.
I admire that about him, but like I was just like, what are you doing here, bro? Like, someone could have taken your spot. Like, Cameron's gone home and you're still here.
Yeah, and like he was just buying everything Paul was selling on the first day, even though it like didn't even make sense. And like, I just don't. I don't have much faith in him.
Faith in me, I'm happy, bro. Like, oh my god, I was like, nah. Come on, get out of here.
Okay, guys. So one word answer is Josh, a sucker, a player, or a baller.
I think this is all unanimous.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Sucker, it is. All right. We're gonna move on to the next one. Who we got? We got Dominique. All right. What do you guys think of Dominique, the government engineer? No one knows what she really does.
Can I just say I I hate it when they lie about their job. Any person who does that, I'm just like, nobody. Who says this? Who goes? She's a government engineer. Let's evict her. Like nobody. Everyone just forgets. They're just like, yeah, we're in the house. Like,
No, you know
like,
what? I disagree with
hate
that.
it. Nah,
I mean,
I hate it when they do that.
I disagree with it depending on the job. I mean, government
If you're
engineer.
president of the United States, then I'll be like, yeah, just get rid of that. But
But-
it's not.
Listen, what
Wait,
if
John?
Derek said he was like an undercover cop in 16? What if he said
Yeah, but
that?
that's like involves like you're good at lying. So I understand that. But like government engineer, you're just
Government engineer implies that you're super smart and
yeah.
you,
But I mean that's like academically smart. Undercover cop
not
is like
just
you know how
academically.
people
She
act.
does a lot of confidential stuff, so it's something
Ah,
where you can keep
I
secret.
know.
You're very.
It's just something I
you have a
hate,
nice
like,
poker
unless there's a
face,
good
you know?
reason.
But like how I see Dominique is like she's like a mix of. I feel that she has a mix of Jocasta in her from her season because
I
she
love
is a
Jocasta.
religious.
Yes.
She is religious and all that, but I also feel like she's more than Jocasta
Much better.
because even
But I
though
feel like she's
Jocasta,
got more of a brain.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
and she
I don't know.
was-
I don't mean it like that, but she just seems more strategically savvy.
I agree.
Yeah, she was able to get that friendship bracelet on the first day, which a lot of like
She's
really
probably
good
the
players
most. I
didn't
feel like
do.
she's the one person that like everyone in the house will get along with.
Mhm. So there have often been Christians in the house, but not every person like brings their religion to the forefront. And that's what she's kind of doing, like it's part of her character. Now, like when you're looking at Big Brother, which is a game about like lying, deceiving, backstabbing, betrayal, and then like, but if you bring your religion into it, which is about like love and honesty and truth, like, do you think that's going to affect her game?
She feels like I feel like she knows what she's in for. Like from what I see, like I don't think she'll bring that into it, but maybe if she does, then she's gonna go into my bad books because it's a game. Like it's not real life. Like you're in there for money. Just do it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we've had a few. It was Dan was as well, wasn't he? But he left
was
it
like,
aside,
he said
which is
screw
what
it.
you
Yeah,
should do.
he didn't use that at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, even if you are of a certain religion, like you're allowed to play like poker with your grandma and trick her, you know. So it all kind of depends on your, I guess, just your own beliefs, you know. So I was just really curious if she was gonna like bring her beliefs into the way that she plays, which she could choose to do or choose not to do. So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you guys have anything else to say about her? I feel like she's kind of one of the players that I know the least.
You need to just wait and she's either gonna fade into the background. You know what? I
Like
feel like she's one of those ones that will be on the bottom of a big alliance, and they'll be like, "Yeah, we'll just use her," and then like, and she may like sneak past to like final five or something like that.
Definitely.
I think she has a lot of potential. It just we haven't really seen much of her, like all of you are saying, so we're not able to really get much insight onto her gameplay. I think the smarts are there, the brains are there, and everything else is there. It's just we have to see more of her to really know what she's about and see if she actually has a chance here.
I mean, they focused more on the episode, like from Christmas, Cody, all those people, but they never really focused on a lot of the people who got the bracelet from Paul, or like just in general, the people who were like open and out, and that's sometimes a good strategy, not to be open and out the very first day.
Yep.
Okay, so it sounds like we all are really excited to see more from her. So now, guys, we gotta get the rankings. Is she a sucker? Is she a player? Or is she a baller?
I think she's a player.
Player.
Yeah.
Yeah, player. I agree.
I
We just don't
agree.
know enough about her to put her anywhere. I think
Absolutely.
so.
Okay, next up we got Matthew Klein's 33-year-old renovation consultant. What's your guys' impression?
The Silver Fox.
Yeah,
I think
the guy like went great when he was 18.
I feel like I don't know what to think of him yet. I just feel like I think he's smart, but I just don't know. I can't form an opinion on him yet. But he seems like he's good. I think he'll be doing well though.
I think mainly the reason I think he's going to do well, he can fit in with the guys very easily. The girls, for the most part, seem to be insanely attracted to him. So he's going to be able to like work that angle, and he has like sort of a dual threat there. And I mean, he seems like he has a good grasp on the game thus far from what we've seen from him. So I see a lot of potential in Matt.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like he's going to play the sort of like everyone likes him at this point, so I feel like he might play the under the radar type. I'm just going to please everyone, and then like going to jump out and strike, and they'll never see it coming type game.
Absolutely, some really great information and opinions on Matthew. Personally, he's probably the player I'm most excited to see. I agree with you guys. I think he's going to do well. Kind of because he's like 33, he's just like really appealing as an ally to a lot of people. Like the people who are younger than him are attracted to him. The people who are older than him are attracted to him. The fans are going to be attracted to him. But what I think is really lucky for him is if he was on a lot of seasons, he would be like the biggest, most threatening guy there. But this season, there's so many other fit guys. You know, you got Cody.
Yeah.
You got, I can't remember his name, the bodybuilder guy. You got
his name.
Josh, who has like a bigger masculine personality than Matthew did. So he's not going to be the first person targeted. So I think he has a lot of potential. I'm really excited to see more.
Yeah.
So I guess that means it is time for our rating. What do you guys rate him?
Player.
I'd say he's a baller.
Yeah, player.
He has the potential to be a baller, but I'll go player.
Yeah, he's potential to be a baller, but that's not like the actual what it looks like right now. So I'm saying player.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say baller.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks guys. Let's go on to the next. Jessica. She just reminds me of all the girls where I live. I live in kind of like a resort town, and when I saw her, I was just like, oh no. What do you guys think?
No.
Just
no.
She's just gonna be one of the ones that gets into showmance, I guess, and then maybe with Cody, and then
she's going to stick to a guy, and then
I feel like I've seen this type of person play every season at this point, you know, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, like whatever. Just it's like this is part of the story now. Like this is just cast someone like this. And
the thing that I feel is a bit different is that she grew up a fan of the show, so I'm yeah, she watched with her dad when she was a kid. It was all in her.
I never saw that.
So she grew up like a fan of the show. So that
she has a
little bit hopeful that
she has the power to manipulate so many people, but I don't know if she'll use it.
Exactly. She has the potential there. It's just also with her, we didn't really see anything in the first couple episodes. She was hardly there. I mean,
she said in the diary room something like, you know, when they reveal themselves, and like she said something like, I think what was the last guy we were talking about, the silver-haired guy, what's his name again? Matthew?
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, she said like she liked him, like, you know, like that gives me the vibe that okay, you're in here for the fun. Like she said something like, oh, these are guys that I can like see using down the line. I'd be like, you know, this is next level. She's gonna do well. But like when she just said it genuinely, like I was just like, okay, maybe this will be like just get into a showmance and just see where I can go. But I hope it's not like that. And I hope she proves me wrong, but I don't know. I just feel like I've seen this before.
That's the hope.
We have definitely seen it before, but I feel it's not necessarily a bad thing. She specifically said her strategy is to be in showmance. She's going to play that shield game where she gets big, strong men to stand in front of her. They're going to take the fall. And, like, that's manipulation at its best. I wasn't excited to see her play at all until I found out that she did watch Big Brother growing up. So she's not like the other models that have played the game. She knows what's going on. And the fact that she watched it with her dad, who's now passed away, that tugs my heartstrings a little bit. And I just imagine a girl like this, like, I hope this doesn't sound judgmental, but like she probably has experience manipulating men in her regular life, you know? So Like, she probably already has the skills she needs to use in the house. Like, how could she not?
The skills. Yeah, the skills.
You
know
say
what I
not
mean?
to
Like,
sound judgmental, and then you place a clear judgment on her.
well, like, I think it's an advantage. Like, if I went into the game, I don't ever lie to people in real life or really manipulate them. So I wouldn't be very good at it. But someone like her, she may have some experience. I mean, that's her job, is to like you know, work with men and like make them like her or whatever. So I think she has a lot of potential.
I just feel like she's not going to use it.
Okay, I like this. Some clashing opinions. So, guys, what's your ranking? Is she Saka, player, Balak?
I feel bad for saying this, but I have to because I feel like I've seen it before, and I'm going to go Saka. I don't want to, but I just She can prove me wrong, but I have to go that because I've seen it again and again.
I feel like if
I've seen that.
All right, go on. Sorry.
I feel like that showman strategy has been tried to do before. Like Nicole tried it last season with Corey, and it's kind of worked for her. But like I've seen that strategy, and it's kind of.
And Nicole's different.
So I have to say,
I wouldn't compare her to Nicole because Nicole
I'm not
had
gonna compare. No,
brains.
Brains, but like I was saying, like Nicole tried using Corey last season, like and that showman's type thing.
That's what I'm saying. And I feel like she won't do that. She'll get caught up in the personal game. I feel like.
I just want to say, if we look at some Big Brother history, many players have won using the shield strategy. That's how Big Brother 4 winner June won. That's how Big Brother 11. Oh yeah, Lisa. I even forgot about her. Big Brother 3 winner Lisa did it. Big Brother was it 11 that Jordan won? She did it. Big Brother 13 Rachel did it. And now that last one, Big Brother 18, Nicole did it. So this has been a successful strategy.
I feel like we didn't expect it from them though. Like her, we expect it. Like them, you're just like I didn't expect Jordan and Nicole to like win using a showman. Like it just happened. Like here, I expect it to happen. That to be the.
But also show nowadays, like as the seasons have went on, they've become more expected. It's just how the game has evolved. It's not something that you can say back then we didn't expect it because no one expected it from anyone really because it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. I mean, now in regards to Jessica, I feel like I wish there was a spot between Saka and Playa because that's kind of where I'd put her. But right now, I mean, just based on the fact that she does know the game and she has what she needs to at least manipulate people. She has a lot of things going for her. I'd lean more towards the Playa side.
Fantastic. I think I'm going to rank her Playa as well.
I actually really like this ranking system, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. So gangsta. Okay, did you guys all give your ranking yet?
Yep.
Okay, I think we're just gonna speed the conversation up a little bit, just because I don't want the show to go on forever. So here we go. Cody, he's a big one.
This is the guy I want to talk about. I love and hate this guy. I love and hate him. You know when he's so expressionless. Like literally, he talks like this. I'll think about it.
He is the definition of a game bot who doesn't care about the social game.
Yeah, but you know what? You know when I was like, actually, this guy, is when Paul was like jumping on someone's back or something. He was like, Paul's trying to do this like whole social thing, and I really like that he caught on that, like, because that's what Paul is doing. He's trying to get liked. Do you remember that part where Cody was sitting on the sofa, and then like Paul tried to like jump on someone's back and like get in like social game going, but like Paul has no social game, and like he's just so, just don't know. He's so good at comps. His strategic game seems down, but his social game is terrible. Like trying to backdoor Paul.
I think Paul's social game is better than you say. I mean, better than you're making it out to be.
But I feel like it's people know now. I feel, but it's still strong. Like you can just get caught off guard, and like this guy's just. I feel like Paul is genuinely like that. Though, so
Yeah.
Wait, you guys, you're talking about Paul or you're talking about Cody?
Both. Like,
Both.
Cody's got a terrible social game. Paul's got a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Cody, I was just dying laughing when everyone's having a great time and he's sitting there looking miserable. He like reminded me of
Julie called him. Yeah, Julie called him. And he was just sitting there by himself. I was like, go, just be fake.
Literally.
So what we
what
saw Cody do on the episode that I want to talk about, sorry for talking to you guys, is he did not suck up to Paul, which is a really interesting approach to the game. His life was on the line and he didn't suck up, which is really not how Big Brother is normally played.
Well,
what do you guys think about that?
That convo was so funny.
It was, yeah, it's just the awkward silence.
It was insanely awkward, and it would have been fine if he was just accepting of not getting the bracelet from Paul. But once he didn't give him the bracelet, he was like, "Oh yeah, I knew I couldn't trust him. Like, come on, man! Like, what are you doing?"
True. I was like,
"What are you doing?
Like, what the hell? Like, shut up, Cody. Shut up.
You're the one that was completely cold to him when you had the chance to save yourself, and you're acting like that.
That could be editing, though. That's what I was thinking. Because I was thinking, there's no way he's sitting there saying nothing. Like like it could be editing, but like, I'm thinking because I'm saying it's editing because like who would do that? Like nobody's just gonna sit there and not like how old are you?
Yeah, but in regards to Cody himself, I think that he's just like you both said, he's emotionless. It seems it's like he's
and when he said
yes. Cocky. He's really cocky, and when you get that vibe that he's kind of like an asshole. People, I've seen some people try to compare him to Will, but Will
Will was charismatic.
Exactly,
Will had the charisma.
Great social game.
Cody is he's just a robot. He's a robot.
He's just a game. I would say he's a game bot because all he would think about is game and not how to better his social, how to better his position. He just wants to make moves to try to get him further. Yeah,
extremely one-dimensional, and that's not the way to win, in my opinion.
I feel like he can strategically manipulate people.
I think if he's ever in a position where he does need to suck up to someone, which like it's going to happen to you eventually. You can't be on top the whole time. He's not going to do it. And like
I feel like he thinks that it's beneath him, but then he doesn't know which game he's in. Like, he feels like he's above that, like begging someone, which I get. But like you have to do it. Like if you don't have like you might as well leave now. Then like, if you can't be fake, then you're not going to make it far, especially in the early stages.
When he's like against someone, he's not going to pretend to be their friend. You know.
Yeah.
He's not giving himself any insurance in case things go wrong. And so people might be attracted to him for a while he's winning, but like anyone that's not tight with him is going to know it and they're going to want him out. And as soon as he doesn't win, he's going to come crashing down, I think.
And he also, I feel like he's such an easy nomination target. Like you could be like, yeah, we haven't talked. I'm nominating you. And when he said to Megan, like, I just don't like you.
Cody, I don't like you. Yeah, Cody, I don't like you.
Yeah, no kidding.
So you know, Megan's gonna get HO should say that to him. That's what's gonna happen.
Probably they're gonna go the backdoor route though, because like, would you want to nominate?
That's so stupid. When I heard that backdoor, I was like, no, just don't. There's no point.
I don't think.
Why isn't there a
backdooring someone?
I just feel like he has to get rid of. I feel like if you're gonna get rid of Paul, just do it straight up. I feel like because if he wins POV, it's not like. I feel like it's not the end of the world. I just nominate Megan or something. I feel like if you want to get rid of him, just take the risk. He wins POV because he's such an easy reason to fight. You could just be like, yeah, you know, it's our first time playing. Like nobody's gonna get mad at you for nominating him for first time players.
Yeah, that would have been an easy reason to nominate him. For sure.
And you would get 0 black blood in your hands. In backdooring him is like, I just don't like that.
Yeah, valid points. What I was trying to say was, I think when people come after Cody, they're gonna try to backdoor Cody. But yeah, Cody is trying to do that.
Just show him the front door and just be like, just leave.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he's going to be the most hated guy in the class. He reminds me of someone who's played before, but I don't know who it was. Oh, if I remember.
Well, regardless, he is going to be really fun to watch. Like he's either going to like beast mode it out or he's going to crash and burn.
I hope he does. I hope
he will probably be my least.
That's what it was. You know, what was it? Frank when it was Mike Boogie and was it Frank? Like how Frank, everyone wanted him gone, but he just kept winning comps. He could be that guy.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I think it's time for a ranking. I'm gonna say player. What are you guys gonna say?
I'm stuck between.
I hate to say this, but
literally, I'm stuck between the two.
Yeah, that's
I think I'm gonna go with player. I mean, I think he needs to tweak a few aspects of his gameplay, but he's obviously got the physical and the strategic in hand. It just he really needs to up it.
I'm gonna go baller because I've never seen anyone like him play, and that's a big plus. So we'll go with baller.
I'm just gonna say
I think he can do something.
I will just say player because he is the type that like has a social game like. But like if he somehow improves like that, I could see him going very far in this game.
Absolutely. Okay, thanks for that, guys. It'll be really interesting to see what happens to Cody this season. Next up, we got Raven, age 23, super quirky dance teacher. What do you guys think about her?
Who was it in Big Brother 8 that played, and she was the one who figured out she figured out the twist by like counting the number of things in the bedroom. What was her name? Does anyone remember? Because she reminds me exactly of the same as that person. Big Brother 8, was it Dick season?
Yeah.
Or was the season after that?
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Oh, I mean, like a Dick came as the twist, I think, in that season. Like just doesn't like just to.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Them all up, was it?
He was a twist.
Yeah, she figured out the twist, and she was religious as well.
Oh, Jamaica.
I don't know what her name was, but like she was literally is a split copy of that person. I swear.
Jamaica was the one that was like religious.
Let me try.
Yeah, it looks like we're unsure about that right now. You can look it up if you want to, but yeah. So she reminds you of someone. This girl is really quirky. The fact that she's a dancer, I think, will be an advantage to her in any competition that uses balance.
Yeah.
There's often like a competition with balance themes, and the dancers always win them. So if that happens, that's going to be good for her.
I think that she's like very quirky, and I think her personality is something that a lot of people in the house will like. I think she seems like a very likable person. In regards to her gameplay, like you said, Steve, in regards to like balancing competitions and things like that, I think she'll do well. I don't know how smart she is. I don't know if she was a fan beforehand or not. But I think she'll do all right. I don't think she'll do too great though. I feel like she might be close to pre-jury to like early jury.
I feel like she's got no strategic game.
I think
feel like she's really likable.
I think like she's focusing more on the social game than the strategic coming into this, and she may surprise people because like I said, you don't expect a girl of her size and frailness to win competitions, and when she does, people will be surprised.
Absolutely, I can really see that happening.
Her name was
are
Natalie.
You guys concerned? Who?
Natalie from Big Brother 9.
Oh, Natalie. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
now I know.
Literally reminds me of her so much.
Natalie didn't know how many letters were in the alphabet.
Yeah, but she doesn't. I don't know what it is. Like, just reminds me of her.
I think one more thing about her personality. It's something that's very It kind of what am I trying to say? It helps you kind of be sort of relaxed in regards to you're not so alert about her. You're not so worried about her.
She can.
You know what I mean? I'm trying.
Feel like she could be
the word right now.
She could basically flip from like a personal conversation, just one-on-one, and not using it to game, or using a game conversation. You can go to her for anything, and she will keep it that way and not try to manipulate you or something like that.
Yeah.
So what I'm gathering from what you guys are saying is like she's kind of a wild card with a lot of potential. Like she'd be an easy pawn, but she potentially can win competition. She potentially could have a great social game. She got one of the friendship bracelet, which is a good start. So pretty excited to see her play. It's time for the ranking. What do you guys rank her?
I'm gonna go. She's got a great short-term game, a bad long-term game. So I'm just gonna go player.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it's gonna end up biting her, like, not too far in, but I think she has the potential to make to the jury. So I'm gonna go player as well.
Yeah,
I think jury.
That
Jury will wear sugar. 100%.
This one is probably the hardest prediction for me to make because I really feel like anything could happen with her. But I do think she's a lot more likable than some of the other girls in the house and less threatening. So I'm going to go on a limb and say that she is going to be a Bala.
Okay. Definitely has the potential.
She could make final two,
she
like
does have the potential.
under the radar.
Okay, guys. Next up, we got Jason Dent, a 37-year-old rodeo clown.
Oh,
It's been a
Lord.
while since we had a cowboy. What do you guys think?
I really like this guy. He just seems, but he's got like, he's not made for this game. But he's really
think
likable.
he's a funny
Yeah,
guy.
he's
I
not
think
made
he's
for the
likable.
game.
Yeah, but I like him being in the game just as that form of entertainment. That like, just to like bring the game down, like someone you can show him, like just chill out a bit.
I
feel
don't
like he's a good
find
addition
him
to the cast.
entertaining, but like, I find people who like want to play the game and stuff entertaining. I don't find like the upbeat personality. Like, same when you forgot your name, Zorozy.
Oh, it's
Joy.
so.
Yeah. What you said about like Ramses in the beginning of the stream, like you don't like his upbeat personality. That's how I feel about him. I don't like his personality as much because he's so upbeat and a little annoying to me.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I feel like I don't know. It's just I find him. But like when he was like, Paul said, "You and Matthew McConaughey, can you call me Matthew McConaughey?" And he's like, "But I'm better looking." Like, he's funny in that way, and I like that. I feel like he's, I think similar to. What was the last girl's name again that we just did?
Raven.
Raven. I feel like it's similar to that where he'll make jewelry or something, but he's really likable, and I feel like he's that nomination that's gonna feel like he uses a porn or something.
Yeah, I feel like he's entertaining, but he has. I don't really have any faith in him as a player.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't think he's gonna do anything groundbreaking.
I am kind of in agreement with you guys. I mean, we haven't seen very much of him yet, so it's hard to say. But I haven't seen anything that makes me think he's gonna like do super well. Like he's probably the goofiest guy on the cast other than Ramsey. So like maybe some people will be attracted to him for that. Like maybe he'll seem a little less intimidating than some of the other guys. So that could help. I'm gonna rank him as this is another hard one. I think I'm gonna say Saka, just because like I don't really have a lot of faith in him. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm just gonna go Saka. I don't like I said, I mean I don't see anything from him that makes me feel he's gonna do well at all. He just
I think he's just
that's it.
He may be being the Victoria of the season. Like they're gonna pull him because he hasn't done anything in the game.
Don't even bring her up.
No, that's gonna be
even. I can't even with Victoria. No, but I really like him. He's not going to do well. I'm just going to go player just because I don't want to be mean to him, and I feel like
give him some support.
He'll make me laugh a few times during the season, so I'm going to give him player. But I expect nothing game-wise from him.
We'll see. You never know what he might be hiding under that cowboy hat. All right. Next up, we got 24-year-old Jillian, timeshare sales rep, who's already gone on the block like twice in 2 days. What's our impression?
I do not like her.
Same.
I don't like her at all.
Just there. She's just there.
And
I don't have an opinion because she's just there.
Drake, you were the one saying that what's his name? The guy who we were just talking about would be the Victoria. This is the one who's actually going to be the Victoria of this season. She's just there. I don't see anything in her personality that really stands out. I think that her biggest like claim to fame, she makes it a big deal, I think, about her weight loss surgery, and that is a big deal, but I think she makes it out to be much bigger than it is.
Yeah, and I also really liked what Cody said, like everyone's
because she had nothing else to do with.
Yeah.
She has
and when
she has
said
nothing
that,
else to really focus on except her weight loss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
And I
it's hard
hate
if
her
you're
using that
coming
as a
to.
reason.
It's hard if you're coming to a house with a bunch of people who have really cool stories and stuff, because she's kind of just a regular girl. She's like girl next door type. And I feel like maybe she could have even been like a backup cast member, like if someone couldn't come or something. Like I don't dislike her, but she's already been pawnified twice, so it makes it hard to have a lot of faith in her at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I hope she goes this week, but I feel like whoever.
I hope she went. I wish she went first, man. Like,
Yeah.
are we going to talk about? Can we talk about? Are we going to talk about Cameron?
Yeah, like we'll get to it.
Yeah,
I
so
wasn't
need to
expecting the
write about
episode to
that.
go through this long. You have so much to say. So let's just give her a rating, guys. I think she's a sucker. What do you
Sucker.
think?
I think
Sucker.
she's. Yeah.
Okay.
She seems like a nice person, but I can't. No.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens with Jelly Bean. Okay. Cameron, age
Oh,
24,
there we go.
microbiologist.
Can I just say, why do they do day one evictions? It's so stupid. Like, give people a
I
chance to
know.
play.
He
I
had
hate and
potential,
also
and it sucks.
Jody,
But this-
now Cameron.
literally, it's like just don't do day one evictions. They're just stupid. Like, there's no purpose to them. It's literally just almost luck in a way. Like, it's just like let them get settled and just. I hate it so much. Literally,
Yeah, can you guys imagine being a huge fan of this show
And
your
I
whole
felt-
life? I can't wait to go on. You take time off your job. You like lie to all your family. It's like, oh my gosh, my life dream is coming true.
Yeah, I
and then you
felt-
go in and you get evicted in 2 hours. Like,
It's
oh my gosh.
Such a
I
hard.
felt so bad for him, man, when he was just like, "This is my dream," and like, oh,
It's,
I was so angry.
It really sucks. I mean,
And the cast needed someone like him because there's no one else like him apart from maybe that Alex, the girl who's like a scientist, maybe
mhm.
her, but like, it needed
Like,
a nerd type of guy. It needed
Yeah,
that.
we needed the nerd type, even though I don't like the nerd type. We still needed a nerd type character in this cast to make things a little bit more
I
interesting.
feel like he would have been a more likable Ian and Steve, a more likable version of him.
I feel like he would have.
Oh yeah, he's more likable, Steve.
Steroids. I think he would have had the potential to win this game for sure if he just survived that first round.
I think he was really unlucky though as well. I wouldn't say he like played bad. It was just
I was
Yeah.
shit
I was
situation.
actually shocked that Christmas chose the vote instead of the competition.
Me
Yeah,
too.
me too.
Shows how she must have been confident. We must have not seen something because that made no sense. She would have beaten them so easily in that challenge.
Jillian
But then
would
it
have
could have been a mind thing.
Jillian would have went in the competition because Cameron said he could have held it up.
Yeah, it's definitely too bad. Sucks to be this guy. We'll never know him. So I guess we shouldn't spend too much more time talking about him. Personally, like, it's too bad that he did go, but like, I just watched Ian and Steve win, so I'm excited to watch a different type of person win this season.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That is fair.
Ian and Steve have been in the last 5 years of one, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next up we got Elena, 26, radio personality with a big mouth. What do you guys think?
I like that.
Practice safe snacks.
I think she's all right. I mean, I don't see too much in her. I think
I think she's pretty smart. Like, she didn't go to Paul saying like, "Hey, I want to make a deal with you. We're good." She just gave him a cheese sandwich.
Yeah, I like that. That
Yeah.
is different.
That's the way
Just give him a cheese sandwich.
It reminded me
Like-
of like the Bachelor when the girls walk out and they all like try to do something different, and she's like, "I brought you a cheese sandwich." I liked it.
I like it.
Practice safe snacks. These are condiments.
I feel like she's the one that will just like call people out, like if they're being like caught lying. Because like when Josh didn't do the challenge, she was just like, "Yeah, you've screwed us all over basically." And
I don't feel
I
like
don't think
I
she
feel
makes
like
it
someone
harder.
else would do that.
I think she'll go out just before jury though. She just gives me that vibe. That type of person.
Mm.
I think she's someone that'll be like very blunt to people when necessary, and
All right. See,
may rub some people the wrong way.
Yeah, maybe her and Cody will get along since they're both so blunt.
I don't think that
Oh, it's funny, man.
I don't think that she she may be the vocal type to really call people out. I feel like that's another person in this cast. But like I feel like she's like a better version of Jillian, but she's still just there at the moment, and we don't really see much of her at this very moment. So we don't really know if it's either to be just there for the rest of the season, or she's going to be out there and try to make moves and try to do stuff to help her game.
Absolutely. I feel that we haven't really seen very much of her yet. All I know about her is that she has a big mouth, because that's what she describes herself. And like, I don't really think that's a good quality in a Big Brother player. So let's give our ranking, guys. I'm gonna go with Sucker. How about you?
I'm gonna go player. I like her.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it a try.
I see potential. I say player. I see potential.
Yeah, I think it'll be player too.
All right. Well, I can't wait to see her prove me wrong. Huh.
She better.
Oh, okay. So next up, we got Kevin, age 55.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
He's pretty
The
much the
Lord.
Godfather.
The
He's
Lord
the
and
Godfather.
Savior. The best man to ever enter the Big house.
He's literally
great.
like.
I love him. I don't care. Like,
I love him and I hate him at the same time.
You know when he was called like he's like a super villain out of superhero movie. I don't know who said that, but it was like so true. Like he just has that look to him that would be from a movie as a villain or something, like a James Bond villain. And then when he was
didn't he say in his confessional that he didn't know Paul?
Yeah, he didn't know anybody.
Yeah,
He didn't know Paul.
Because when Nicole came in,
when
Nicole came in for the challenge, right? I don't know if you saw it, but in the corner of the screen, he was just sitting there with his hand on his head like this, like, "Who's this?" I literally had no idea. But I like that about him.
Funny.
And also, when Josh went to get the apple, like he just seemed so confused and lost, and he was just like, "Wait, what's happening?" And then he was like, "Oh, it's his game. It's fine." But let's be honest, he's not going to make it far. He's not going to win the game.
Yeah.
But like, still, I'm glad he's there.
Entertainment value top notch. I think that he's
Literally
just a very interesting guy, and he's going to draw the cast like kind of towards him. I feel like he's not very
I feel like people can confide in him.
He's not too aggressive. He's just
I feel like he's the type of.
What were you saying?
He diffused the situation when Josh took the golden apple as well. He was like, "Yeah, it's his game." Just let him do it.
Like he's a mediator, like within the house. So I think that'll help him go far. I see no chance of him winning, but I think there's a chance he goes fairly far just because of who he is, like his personality.
Sorry, guys. What do you think about the fact that he took the first temptation? He took the $25,000.
I thought
he got away with it.
I think
he didn't get arrested, and he got a friendship bracelet.
Yeah, that's like a win for him. I'm happy for him, to be honest. Like, someone was
a win for him. I feel like he didn't understand the risk going into it when he took it, though.
I don't think he cared.
I feel like he's like, oh, $25,000. That sounds perfect. He didn't really understand the risk until.
Yeah,
I understand the risk.
Until after.
If I was offered an anonymous way to get 25 grand in the game at the very beginning,
anonymous. Anonymous.
Exactly. That's the key word. Anonymous. Who cares?
I know, but like,
if there's the worst possible thing that happens in the house, there is nothing that traces it back to you. Zero. Of course, I'm taking it.
I wouldn't have taken it until they said it was anonymous, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, definitely,
exactly.
100% would have taken it."
There's zero reason.
Knowing this game and how much they love first evictions, what happens if it was you getting on that block and sent home with $25K? That would kind of suck because it was your dream and you just entered to grab some money and go.
You got $25K.
And you got $25K out of it. I mean, it sucked, yeah. But
I'm coming into here to play for the million. I'm not coming in here to get 25,000.
But the chances of you winning $500,000 to a free 25K, like the odds are like you might as well receive 25K.
My thought process would be that like they said this twist is going to affect everybody. So like you cannot take the twist and you can still end up being the person who got evicted, like what happened to Cam.
Yeah.
So like I think I would have taken it anyway. Because like maybe you take it and you get evicted, but like at least you got some money to like dry your tears with, you know.
Oh, I'm so sad I got evicted.
Yeah, like $25,000. That's pretty good. Pretty good for Big Brother. Okay, guys, let's get our ranking. I'm gonna go with player. What do you guys think?
Bowler.
Player.
Bowler.
I mean,
come on.
if we're talking,
Look at him. Look at that face.
If we're talking strictly chances to win, I'm gonna say Sucker because I feel like he
Yeah,
has
I
zero
agree with
chance.
that. But based on everything, I'm going bowler.
Wow, this is our first one where we had all three.
Just so
rankings.
likable and just so realistic, like
No,
real
I
and
agree.
genuine.
I agree with that completely. I'm just going off the chance to win the game.
I agree. Game-wise, Soccer, but everything else, he's up there.
Absolutely.
Him and Christmas and someone else who we'll get to are my favorite.
Okay, guys, 3 people left. Now we're looking at Megan, the dog walker, who she's also from the military or something. Is that right?
How the hell do you go from interrogator to dog walker?
Yeah,
That's
That's what my question.
Career change.
What? But
Yeah.
Cody is so good that she couldn't even get anything out of him. Like, I think we need to admire how good Cody is, that he didn't even like give her any info and she's an interrogator.
Yeah, her story seems kind of fishy. Maybe she was like a volunteer.
Yeah, that just seems. And she's only 28. It's not like
Yeah.
she's like old and she left, but she's 28 and she went from interrogator to dog walker. How? When I heard that she was an interrogator, I was really intrigued. I was like, okay, she could do really well. But then she's playing too hard, too fast. I mean, no.
Yeah, it just seemed like nobody liked her for some reason. Like, I don't know why, but it just seemed like no one really liked her.
I think there's 100% editing again. It has to be editing. Like, that's why nobody likes it. Like, we must have not seen something. Like, for example, maybe she's been seen, like, head, what do you call the leader? The gang leader of that group of 4 with Ramesses and the other 2. And maybe she's the one seen as maybe leading it and, like, segregating herself. So maybe that's why people didn't like her.
Yeah, I mean, her
and also,
thing
she said so openly that she's going to vote a big guy out. Like, literally in front of everyone.
She is playing the Audrey game.
Yes.
She's playing too hard, too fast, biting her in the ass.
Absolutely. So, guys, just based on what we saw of her from the 2 episodes and nothing else, what would you rank her?
Sucker. Too hard, too fast.
I would say player. Just barely a player, right just above the line.
I go with Sucker. I think that she's, like Shoaib said, playing too hard, too fast, and she already has a lot of people that don't really like her, and I don't think it's going to bode well.
When I heard interrogate, I was really like excited. I was like, okay, maybe we'll see something cool, but like, it never happened. She let me down a bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Right away with Cody, and she failed.
Yeah, I'm gonna put her Sucker as well. But what I am gonna say is, I liked her, like as like an individual. Like I think she seems like a cool girl. But anyway, she's still Sucker. Okay, Mark Jansen, 26, personal trainer, who's as big as a tree. What do you guys think?
I love Mark. I hope he does well, and I hope he's got the brains, because he's like so. I see that his role model is Brendan from season 12, season 13, which is not good. But like, I hope he's got the brains. Brendan's likable, but like, I hope he's got the brains behind him, because he seems like cool, and I hope he does well.
I differ there, because in my opinion, when I first saw him, he seemed like the jock that doesn't really have like the. I wouldn't say he has no brain, but he doesn't seem like the strategic type person.
That's what I thought, and then like I saw him like communicating with people. I was like, actually, maybe there's potential, and I hope.
I think his social game. I think he does have a social game. He's able to talk and communicate and do well and connect with people on that level. So I think that he does have a lot of potential. Obviously, he's a big physical threat, and I think he's pretty likable. I think he's a likable guy, and I think he can do really well. I don't see too many faults on his end. Strategy-wise, that's one thing that we'll see moving forward. But I think he's going to have a solid social game. It's just a matter if the strategy aspect can live up.
Yeah, I would agree with that. What I really like about him is, like, even though he is this really big guy, usually like big guys like that on this show are kind of jerks, but like he claims to be a big teddy bear. He claims to be a really sweet guy. Like, he lives with his grandparents, and like he doesn't really have that like that intimidating edge that like the archetype he's filling usually has. And if he does end up doing well in competitions, which he probably will, I could see a lot of people coming to him and giving him information because they're trying to get him to like do what they want. So people are going to be sharing information with him. He already has a great alliance with some of the strongest guys in the house, which is going to help kind of protect him a bit.
I hope he uses that information correctly, though.
Yeah, that's
what
my biggest worry is a strategic game. He have the social and the physical down, but his strategic is going to be an issue.
Well, do you guys think there's potential for him to meet up with a brilliant girl in the house and she can guide him in the game?
Christmas would be perfect alliance.
Him and who?
Him and Christmas.
Yeah,
that would be a great alliance.
I would root for them to go far if they did that. Like, they seem like
definitely agree because those are both
similar job, both comp threats, both likable by everyone in the house. It seems they'd be perfect duo, and if they did it on the down low,
it'd be such
they
a
could
power
do so much damage.
Man.
It's actually a match. It's literally like put on a plate for them to work together.
Okay, guys, I don't want this to go for too long, so let's get the ranking. What do you think?
I go Baller.
Yeah, I like him. I wasn't expecting to like him as much as I did.
Yeah.
He reminds me. At first, I thought he'd be another Kyle from Big Brother Canada. Was it season 2?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But then he wasn't. I liked Kyle, but he didn't have the strategic game. But he was really. He seems like he's got potential.
Cool. I'm going to say Baller as well. Really excited to see what he's going to bring to this season. Okay, here's our last player who I think was a pretty big surprise. Oh, yeah, except for the twist player. Alex, eco-friendly marketing rep. What do you guys think?
He's going to be the one that confronts people.
Oh.
I would agree with that, being with her video game background especially. Like, she's just... That's something where a lot of people who are big into that are very confrontational, and just they don't have as much of a filter as you.
She beat Diablo 2 on nightmare mode. Okay.
Oh Lord!
I don't know if you guys know what that is, but
that's a big feat.
That's massive. Like, holy crap.
But yeah,
I think she's.
Sorry,
she will be similar to.
She was gonna like open her mouth all out. I didn't realize she like had such a big mouth. To me, I didn't really even notice her on the cats until we saw the episode. And turns out she has a big personality, and she did really well in that competition. Do you guys think will it help or hurt her game the fact that she's shown everyone that she can do well in competition?
She is the one person I just can't predict. I
find her similar. I find her similar to Paola, how you say her name, but
Paola.
That's smarter and stronger than she was.
Yeah, I can see that.
I really like Paola, so I'm excited for this.
I didn't really like Paola, but I like Alex. I think that. What's up?
Was she on BB Canada or BB US?
No, Paola was US. That was.
Oh no, I remember now. Yeah.
I think she was on 16. Yeah. But with Alex, I think she can go far. I don't know how far she can go. I don't think she'd go further than maybe a little bit into the jury. But it's really hard to predict, like you guys said. Just because of her personality and her when she'll have that sort of outburst. Who really knows? And if that happens sooner than later, it could be bad news for her game.
Yeah, I'm really glad you brought that up. I didn't really think about that happening with her, and I think you're right. Okay, guys, what's the ranking?
Player.
I go player.
I want to say Baller because she has a huge amount of potential.
Yeah, can't argue with that. She definitely does. I'm gonna say Playa, but I'm really excited to see what she has to offer. Okay, so I almost forgot. There's another cast member this season, our little temptation twist that Kevin brought into the game. This guy, Paul, who I just found out he's the same age as me, which I thought was so weird. He looks way older than me. But anyway.
Well, no way. How old is he? 24?
He's 24, yeah. So
Hey,
what do you guys think about Paul
I love
being
Paul.
back? Friendship.
I really do. I really like Paul, but
I hate
I don't want
returning
him to be here.
players.
I don't want him to be in this season.
Yeah, this season has so many good characters. I didn't want a returning player.
Exactly. That it was so great as is, and the fact that he replaced Cameron is just, it makes it so much worse. It's
And
just like,
yeah.
They don't need a former cast member. Like, I think they do it for ratings or something. They don't need it. Like, it's not that
Yeah.
bad.
They really
If you just
didn't.
do like.
this cast is fine as is, as it was.
I feel like because there was so much social media buzz about Paul last year, probably they were like, let's put him in this season.
I feel like he's going to be
The Lord
he's
save
going
it
to
for
be
the
like one of the
ratings.
first.
You know,
He's gonna be,
Sorry, you go.
I feel like he's going to be one of the first few people to enter the temptation for like the America's vote. He's going to be one of the first few people to enter that room because he's a fan favorite and he's a returnee.
Yeah, I think that could kind of be catered to him, towards him also, because of the fact that it is a public vote and he is a returnee, and usually returnees get targeted, and I feel like that's something that they might do to help him out early on. I don't want to bash production about that or anything, but I feel like that's a possibility.
The longer he survives, the more dangerous he gets. Like, because if you get into like day 40 or something, like people are just gonna forget the fact that he's played before. Like, because you've been in there, like your mind's just gonna be like, yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Like,
That's what happened last season with Nicole and James.
Yep.
So if you're gonna get rid of him, you have to
they
get rid of him ASAP. If he survives the first month, I can see him making Final Four.
Because
yeah, like I can see him
first 20 days he makes it past, I think.
He's probably going to get voted into the Den of Temptation first, and then he has a chance to win that pendant of protection that protects him for a couple weeks, right?
They might even fix it.
Yeah.
I'd hate using that word, but they might.
That's what I'm saying. And even if they don't, he's popular enough and he's a returning player that the casual fans will be like, oh, hey, Paul's back. Let's vote him in.
Also,
we know how he plays. We know what he does.
Yeah.
Didn't they do that with Rachel and Jordan in Big Brother 13 when they did like a challenge? That Rachel was most likely gonna win because like they were like getting all the veterans were getting voted out.
Sure.
And, like they got like accused of rigging for that. But
I
wouldn't put it
They
past
get
them.
accused of rigging every season.
I think that he has potential to hang in there for a while, but what I think is people aren't going to forget he was already on a season.
Just wait till All Stars 2.
He got into the final two, so I think that people towards the end are going to be like, he made the final two last year, we can't let him do it again.
He made final two like when the odds were against him as well.
Yeah.
Like he was literally, I was surprised that he made final two. He adapted really well.
Last season, that's my opinion.
Yeah, Nicole, I don't get the hype for Nicole at all. I really don't.
I didn't like her game.
Although I had to laugh when he said, that snake is the prettiest snake I've seen. Sorry, Nicole.
Yeah, that was
amazing.
That was great.
Cool. So, guys, what's the ranking on his chance to win?
Oh, it's literally either baller or sucker, because if they keep him there, I think Cody's onto him. Cody's got his sights set on Paul.
Yeah, one though.
Yeah, Cody is the only one, and everyone goes up to him. Mostly everyone goes up to him saying, "Oh my God, I'm your biggest fan."
What was it? Mark said like, "I don't want Paul to go," didn't he?
Yeah, I'm gonna go baller.
I'll go baller because his social game is so strong.
Yeah,
like, him and Brittany are probably the best two social players I've ever seen play.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say. Okay, you guys are saying baller. I'm gonna say Saka. Like,
oh yeah,
I think he's gonna be around for a while, and he's gonna bring a lot to the season. But I don't think that he's gonna win. And if he does, I'll be so excited. But I don't.
He's either gonna do really well or really bad. There's no in between.
If he does get voted into the Den of Temptations and takes that pendant of protection, it depends on how he plays it. He could be Nita. Was it Nita who was voted from?
Yeah,
Netta, who was voted for safety until jury, and she got evicted right after she
The best double
was
eviction ever. Yeah, that could definitely happen. So yeah, we'll see. I know you guys aren't happy that he's there, and it seemed like a lot of people weren't, but I was happy about it.
I don't know. I just feel like the cast is so great, and I love Paul as well. I really do. But
it's just bittersweet.
And I feel like he just didn't need to be there for this season. I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough.
If he makes it far, then I'll disagree and take my word back.
Yeah, well, so guys, that's our cast for this season. That was a really great discussion. I feel like we ended up talking about the twists and everything during that discussion. So really, the only thing I just want to know, what is your overall feeling of the Temptation theme for the twist? Do you think this is a good twist?
I hope they use it correctly.
I think it's a really good twist.
I hope they don't make it where everyone's going to get tempted, like by everything.
I think it's a great twist, but I think it has a lot of potential for like I said, I hate to say this, for like
it could get repetitive.
It can be easily like altered, and it could be something that production can use to help players that are popular. And I hate that.
And you want to see, like,
or players or production that production loves and doesn't want to get rid of yet because they bring more entertainment factor.
I think the idea of the twist is great.
I
do think the idea of the twist is great. It's all about the execution of it that I'm not so sure about.
Right. Yeah, so I guess like as the season goes on, we'll see like what specifically is going to happen, and we'll be able to discuss it then. Like the overall concept of it. To me, it kind of seems like they took the idea of Pandora's box and expanded upon it, like for the entire season.
Yeah, and I love the Pandora's box twist. So this is like a great thing to do.
One
of the greater twists they thought of. And thank the Lord they didn't bring back Battle of the Block again.
I'm so happy.
Oh yes, thank you.
My least favorite Big Brother twist.
How many seasons did they do it for? 2 seasons.
They did a couple times.
2 seasons.
I hated that. It just longed out the game and just made it so didn't like it.
Or they had to do a competition to name a third nominee or something like that.
Can I just ask this? Because I'm genuinely curious. Would you guys throw the first HOH?
Yes.
Because I would no doubt throw it. Like when people want to win it, I'm like, why? I was just thinking.
There is zero reason to win.
Unless I was Paul.
I don't particularly want to win it. I don't particularly want to win it but like knowing my strengths and weaknesses, it's like usually the first HOH is an endurance competition, and so.
And you know how Kevin was supposed to throw, like Josh did all the work for him.
Yeah.
True.
Because I felt like Kevin would have had.
Kevin was thinking, yes.
If I was playing, I actually would try to win the first HOH, which is
because blood on your hands. You don't want to be that first to fire the first gunshot.
I feel like for me, I would be a really easy pawn in the house, and I think if I could like win the first HOH, it kind of like asserts my dominance a bit. But I think the main reason why I would want to win is I really think it would help my social game. Like, I'm not going to be the coolest person in there, but if you're HOH, you seem a lot cooler all of a sudden. And I would really use that to like build bridges with everyone who I don't nominate. Because the first HOH is the only one where you get to keep like approximately 13 people safe, and you only have to nominate 2 or 3 people. So I really try to build bridges with the 13 people I did keep safe.
I don't know. I just feel like you wouldn't want to fire that first gunshot.
I mean, like, usually, like, you could, if you're first HOH, you either have 2 options: do a Karen and nominate 2 strong people that take them out, or nominate the 2 weakest people because they fell first in the HOH.
Yeah, so true. There's definitely different ways you can go with it. And guys, that is why we love this game. It is so complex. It is like chess with lying. And I just love it, and we all love it. So thanks for being a part of my show, and anyone who watched this, thanks for watching. I hope you guys had fun. So we are going to end this by giving a prediction of who is going to win. Who is your pick to win the season, guys? Okay, well, you guys think about it. I'll say who my pick is. Obviously, it's hard to choose. Matthew. I think that he has everything he needs to win this game. He's my pick.
Yeah, I would actually agree with that. I think Matt has the best chance to win just because he has the most options for alliances, and he's very level-headed from what we've seen, and it doesn't seem that he will do anything too crazy to rub people the wrong way, and he'll be able to kind of stay in the middle for the most part of the game. I mean, from what I see, that's how I feel.
Yeah, he's going probably.
Well, I don't know what you guys think.
I'll go with Mark. I don't know why. I just feel, I don't know. I'll just go with Mark. I agree with Matthew, but I just want to say something else. And I think Mark.
I have to say Matthew, because he was like when you said that, the first name popped into my head was Matthew. He could be the puppet master, then maybe the next Derek, because Derek was like the open guy that everyone would come to, and he would use that information and relay it back to everyone. He was able to puppet master a lot of people into voting his way, and I feel like Matt can do that too.
It reminds me of Eric. ZVA.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
ZVA, BB8. Whoops. Yeah, something like that. But I agree. I think him winning. I think now that you say that.
Well, and Park, did you give us a name?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I said Matt. I mean, I picked 3 ballers out of the whole cast. I picked Christmas, Matt, and Mark, and I think that Christmas and Mark are going to do well. But I think that when it comes down to it,
those two could be final two as well.
As a much bigger threat than someone like Mark, who I think will be a bit more low key than them, and just a better player all around.
Absolutely. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for being part of the show. If anybody watched this thing and actually made it to the end, give us a comment down below on YouTube or on Blooper on who is your pick to win. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.